Good morning, afternoon, or evening, ladies and gentlemen. Allincrypto here, and welcome back, guys, on the 23rd of November 2023 for another daily cryptocurrency market update. If you are finding yourself on this channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe because we drop an update just like this one every single day at 1 p.m. UK time to help you guys stay up to date with the latest and greatest things happening within the crypto space, but also the broader markets. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing in this video. We're going to start the video off by looking at CZ's official tweet in regards to stepping down and perhaps the reasons why. And then yesterday, we looked at the fact that a new CEO had been appointed. We're going to be taking a little look at this CEO and his appearance on the World Economic Forum. Now, we have stated that really the only thing that CZ, he might have been a bit naive at places, and he's definitely guilty of that. But really, the main thing that he was guilty of is not being able to be controlled by the United States. And it was too much of a risk for the United States to allow CZ to exist if they were going to do what we know they're going to do, which is accept this industry, regulate it, and thus monetize it and propel it into the tens of trillions as a market cap as a whole. They couldn't have a player like CZ benefiting from that. If you look at the BlackRock Bitcoin spot ETFs, all of them essentially, one reason Gary Gensler's continued to cite is that he is worried that Bitcoin is manipulated. All markets are manipulated. The real difference really is that it's manipulated by the wrong team. It's manipulated, he was essentially saying, by not us. And we need it to be us that's manipulating it, thus to approve it. And now with CZ out the way, with a new potentially World Economic Forum schooled CEO, that is now likely going to be the case. We are also going to be looking at this market more generally. We'll be looking at JPMorgan's comments on this because JPMorgan's actually see this as a benefit to the crypto space. But guys, this is a bull market that we are now in for the crypto space. We were perfect on our call back at the start of the year. We now have altcoins. Our portfolio is now in the green, okay? We have altcoins. I think we only have 3 or 4 altcoins that are actually down in a basket of altcoins that we have accumulated over the past year. You want to find out about what I'm buying and where, do consider becoming a patron. But this is a bull market, and the nature of what happened yesterday or over the past couple of days has really confirmed that. You had CZ, Binance. CZ hand himself in, and Binance offered to pay $4 billion and admit guilt. And the market literally didn't do anything. If we drop down to the smaller time frames, we're not a big fan of ascending structures. But this is quite a strong ascending structure that actually you could see a base off of and then higher continuation. Bitcoin technically needed a bit of a break. It got that. Are we going to see that continuation? We are going to cover all this towards the latter half of the video. And we're also going to be looking at the traditional markets. Remember, for us, it's all about the dollar. We've been speculating on the dollar rolling over based on, we were very early on this call as well. We were looking at this sort of shooting star. The dollar's now started what we think is a downtrend. It's coming into a little bit of support. We expect this to continue to roll. And ultimately, the markets to do very well up until a crash occurs or a recession, which we don't assess is coming until perhaps the latter half of 2024. After the elections anyway, a lot of people haven't thought about it's the election year next year, potentially 2025, start of 2025. That's our prediction. We've been right on it, spot on it this year. We were spot on getting out of the markets in 2022. Let's see if that continues to be the case, and hopefully you guys are all on board for that journey. Let's take a look at Binance's and CZ's. I keep saying Binance, but it's really CZ's. He's going to have to remove Binance from his name very soon. Let's take a look at CZ's actual comments on the whole situation. Today, I stepped down as CEO of Binance. Admittedly, it was not easy to let go emotionally, but I know it's the right thing to do. I made mistakes and I must take responsibility. This is best for our community, for Binance, and for myself. Binance is no longer a baby. I'm trying not to get teary reading this. It is time for me to let it walk and run. I know Binance will continue to grow and excel with the deep bench it has. I'm pleased to announce that Richard Teng, now former global head of regional markets, has been named the new CEO of Binance today. Richard is a highly qualified leader, and with over 3 decades of financial services and regulatory experience, he will navigate the company through its next period of growth. He will ensure Binance delivers on our next phase of security, transparency, compliance, and growth. Prior to joining Binance, Richard was CEO of the Financial Services Regulatory Authority at Abu Dhabi Global Markets, Chief Regulatory Officer of Singapore Exchange, and Director of Corporation Finance in the Monetary Authority of Singapore. this, we did speculate on this with Richard and the entire team. I'm confident the best days for Binance and the crypto industry lay ahead. I believe so. As a shareholder and former CEO with historical knowledge of our company, I'll remain available to the team to consult as needed. What's next for me? I think I'll take a break, so on and so forth. So you can see stepping down. This, even though it's sad news, we like CZ. We think Binance is a great exchange. And we think the only thing really he might have unknowingly made some mistakes. He's really just guilty of not being controlled, and he'll still remain a shareholder. He'll probably still consult them in the background. They've just put somebody else in there that will ultimately have the say that the United States has a holdover. He more than likely. This guy. This has been circulating today. This was from Crypto Insights UK. This guy's featured on the World Economic Forum page. Very interesting. Lulu Financial Group, board of directors, Ripple partnered with Lulu. Yeah, so this is highlighting the Ripple sort of partnership. Very interesting that this guy's on the World Economic. Now, they can put in basically anybody if they want. So he might not have approved of them doing this and having his face on there. But it does seem like this guy has some pretty serious credentials in the traditional financial world and, could have come out of the World Economic Forum school into Binance. They've removed CZ, someone they couldn't quite control, that was kind of an amazing success. And now they've put in someone they perhaps can. JPMorgan weighed in on the whole situation. This is a report that we did at allincrypto.com. You can see an introduction. JPMorgan's recent analysis shed light on the Binance settlement with the US agencies, highlighting its beneficial development for cryptocurrency exchange and the broader industry. This article delves into it. JP Morgan's analysis regarding the settlement as a positive outcome, primarily because it alleviates uncertainty surrounding Binance. They believe this will bolster Binance's trading and blockchain operations, while also mitigating systemic risk associated with the potential collapse of the exchange. Yeah, so this is a net positive according to them. They do go on. We're not going to get into it. The nature of the market that we're in is a strong one. It's a bull market, guys. Imagine if this had happened over the past year or so. Bitcoin ran really into its first little level of volume that we did say expect. In our opinion, dips are for taking advantage of. And you guys choose to do whatever it is you choose to do. We are looking at a lot of altcoins that we believe are currently setting up for some significant upside. We've been highlighting Coinbase for a long, long time now. Well down when it was in the 40s, 30s. Everything is moving in the right direction. The dollar is continuing to roll over. We think the dollar is on a broader trajectory to the downside. And this was just a strong trend against what had been quite a decent downside. It's not going to be a straight line. You're going to have areas of pulling back with the crypto space. Gold looks amazing. Bit of a scribbly draw there I think I was doing for my Patreons. And so does the likes of the stock market. The stock market looks great. And really, if you look at the sort of strength that the stock market rallied on here, it did very well. So you've got Christmas coming up and the sort of festive periods where markets do quite well. And then you've got an election year next year where the markets do very well, typically, historically, and if you look at election cycles. That compiled with all the analysis that we've done on rates, all the technical analysis we've done and everything in between throughout this year, we're now more confident than ever that we are going to be in a flourishing market moving forwards. And you guys can play that however you want. We think the stock market's going to do well. We think precious metals are going to do well. Basically, risk's going to do well. The dollar's going to continue to roll. And we ultimately think that crypto is in an uptrend against those assets when you look at them technically, and it's going to do absolutely superbly. There's going to be a lot of sort of regulatory narrative towards the crypto space. There's going to be some bumps in the road. But generally, them okaying this space is massively bullish. It's going to see institutions ape into it. We've had the first altcoin ETF. We're going to see more of that in the year ahead. Guys, 2024 is going to be an epic year. And, hopefully you guys can all play it well. On that note, I believe I am going to love and leave you. That is really all we had for you. There's not really much to say on Bitcoin. We did give a number of altcoins the other day that are all doing very well. And we maybe may do more of them if people are interested. But yeah, Bitcoin could still take a bit of a longer break here. To me, this isn't any sign of weakness whatsoever. This is strength. It's doing the exact same thing that it did when it ran into this price action here. It's ran into this price action here. it filled this inefficiency in regards to price action and lack of volume very quickly, like we said it would. It's going to take a bit of a consolidation hit and then go higher. Remember, we have targets in the 41, 42K range. We do expect them to get hit potentially by this side of the year. Certainly if not so in 2024. Altcoins, of course, are going to do very well. It's very interesting to us that we have been tracking others' dominance, which is the market cap, except for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stablecoins. And you're about to have, once this breaks out, a pretty epic altcoin run. We will see. On that note, I really am going to leave you this time. Thanks a lot for watching. If you've enjoyed the content, like is appreciated. So as a comment, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.